back at Monmouth College with the score 22-4. Long Branch trailing by 18 points. Neptune on top, and they're looking for the championship in this Shore Conference playoff. The scoring went like this. For Neptune, Braggs had 8. Bobby Braun had 1. Thomas had 6. Fisher had 2. And Gabriel had 5. On the other side, Greg Odom had 2, and Gino Luongo had 2. And if you were right now, Butch Odom, what would you do?
Well, I would keep going to Ron Young. He's gonna get his shots to fall sooner or later. He's a great player. It's gonna go down, and they just have to be patient. Try something to break that press and that trap of Neptune, and start hitting some shots and get back into this ball game.
And again, Long Branch wins the tap like they did to start the game. Hamlin, he gets it.
Well, maybe that's something Long Branch needs, a quick shot like that to get the crowd going and hopefully get the Long Branch players going on the court.
22-6, third quarter, just the beginning. The winner takes home the plaque, Shore Conference Playoff champion. Gabriel out front, Bragg and Fisher. Fisher with the ball right now. He'll shoot it. No, he dumps it off to Thomas. Thomas, turn around, no good. Bobby Braun with the rebound. He's fouled underneath by number 20, Marvin Green.
Good play by Braun. He was boxed out by Green that time, but was able to get his hand over Green, keep the ball alive, pick up the rebound, and went up, but was fouled on the play. So good effort by Bobby Braun.
It's not a shooting foul, so Brian Gabriel will take it out. To Braggs. Braggs goes to the hoop. Gets it.
Carl Braggs with a pretty move. Vintage Dr. J.
Braggs has got 10. Increases the lead to 24-6. An 18-point difference. Long shot, no good. Rebounded. Thomas had it, then he lost it. Fisher comes up with it. Fisher was hurt, walked off at the end of the second half, but he's back in the game. And he's fouled by Ray Hamlin. That's his first.
Hamlin trying to knock the ball away from Fisher. Whistled for the foul.
Gabriel inbound. Fisher double team, breaks the pressure, goes to Thomas. Ball nicely blocked by Gino Longo.
Luongo that time making a good play, helping out on defense. Thomas got behind him, but Luongo was able to come back and knock the ball out of bounds.
Bobby Braun, his fadeaway, no good. Luongo with the rebound. Hamlin slows it up. Try to get it in the middle, stolen by Gabriel.
Well, Young was double teamed in the corner and forced a pass across court and easily stolen by Gabriel.
Thomas at the high post. Now he'll post it low. They'll try and get it to him. They don't. Fisher gets fouled from behind. He's hammered by number 24, Greg Odom.
Well, Fisher making that nice head fake, drove the baseline and was able to go up and was fouled by Odom.
Moore seems to be a little upset at the lack of offensive movement by his team. I know that they're up by 18 points here, but he does. He's a perfectionist, and he does seem a little upset. I see him again with giving his hand signals. He wants that team to be moving around a little bit more under the board.
For Odom, that's his second foul. Green leaves the game, and Mooney comes in.
Well, you said, Bill, you're right about Coach Hank Moore. He wants his players to give 100% out there, and if he does, and if they don't, he gets very upset about it. Like we can recall that quarterfinal game against Southern when they barely beat the Rams 49-42. He was very upset after that game.
He certainly was, and they should have beat it by more than that.
Longo. He's got 4. The score 25-8. Fisher was good on 1 for 2 from the line, and Bragg plays it off the glass.
Well, that play was made possible by Fisher. He dribbled through 3 defenders, and Bragg was wide open underneath and hit the layup. Good ball handling by Fisher.
27-8. 5 minutes and 24 seconds left to go, third quarter. Long Branch trails.
Neil Luongo hitting that shot, and looks like he might be starting to catch fire. He's an outside, good outside shooter. Transfer from Shore Regional High School.
Longo's got 6. His team's got 10. They trail by 17, 27-10. And everything falls Neptune's way. They get it inside on a low post to Bobby Braun. And he's called for charging in to number 33, Ron Young. For Bobby Braun, that's his first. And it's a timeout with the score, 27-10.
And right now, opening minutes of the third quarter, Long Branch has come out, and they're starting to hit their outside shots, and they're moving around a little bit better. And they're not letting Neptune really push them around and on the boards. And it looks like they're 17 points down, but things are swinging their way right now.
I think what we're seeing here is a breakthrough. They're finally being able to put some points in on the board. However, Neptune is scoring right back with them. They've only exchanged, they've only traded off 1 point to Long Branch.
That's a real good point. They're scoring, but they're trading baskets. You can't trade baskets when you're behind by 17 points.
Another thing is that Neptune is up by 17 points against Long Branch, and Ron Young has yet to score. Once Young gets going, and he will get going, he's a great offensive player. Once he gets going, I'm sure he's going to carry Long Branch and bring them back into the game. It's just that, is it possible for the other players to also get into the offense and help them out? So far, Luongo has, and maybe Odom and Mooney can start hitting their shots also.
Right now, Neptune in a half-court press. They break it. Off glass is Greg Odom, and he's got 4.
And Long Branch broke that press very nicely. Odom was found all underneath and he hit the layup.
Nothing but reds for Kevin Thomas. 29-12. Neptune on top. Long shot is good by Ron Young.
And that excites the Long Branch crowd on the far side.
Young trying to draw a foul from Thomas, but he can't get it. Fisher out front with the ball now.
And Neptune's got to slow things down, quiet down the Long Branch crowd.
Hamlin bangs it off the board too hard. He can't believe it. He's disgusted. Bobby Braun lays one in nice and soft.
4-point turnaround right there. On the other end, Hamlin heard the footstep of Gabriel. Put his layup up a little bit too hard. On the other end, Braun was able to hit the layup. 4-point turnaround, and that could really hurt Long Branch right there.
31-14. Anybody want to take a guess right now how much Long Branch is going to score?
And for a moment, Hamlin was open, but Gabriel stepped in the way to make the steal.
Gabriel with the ball. His pass is intercepted by Longo. Feet is knocked away. Rags with the ball, back down the other way, behind and back to Bobby Braun. Bobby gets his own rebound. No, he don't. Longo comes up with it.
Right now, action is very fast-paced, back and forth. And I'm sure Coach Odom doesn't want that. That's why he calls a timeout. Not too many teams like to really run with Neptune.
Well, I'll tell you, the Scarlet Flyers are really putting on an exhibition of ball handling here. And I'll tell you, Long Branch is doing a good job, too. They seem to be trying to turn around. But again, like we said before, every time they do seem to have something going for themselves, Neptune will come up with the big play or the steal or something fancy like this. It'll just get the crowd up, and they come back and put it in the hoop.
Well, they've been doing that all year. And on that play, Braggs went behind the back. And the crowd at Neptune was just jumping up and excited. And I can imagine if Braun hit that layup, what would have happened? I think the roof would have caved in.
And Longo right now for Long Branch, he's got the hot hand. He had 2 points in the first half. Now he's got 6.
The amazing thing is here, Bob, is that Ron Young only has 2 points. He finally scored them about 2 minutes ago. And that's remarkable. Neptune holding Ron Young 2 points. And we played over 20 minutes of basketball.
And right now, and Ron Young's shot came from way out, about a 25-footer, so that's not too good either. They got to free him up underneath. Get the easy ones, the 8 and 10-footers. Foul underneath. Stan Mooney was fouled as they went to the basket. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And the Green Wave have to do that more. They got to get that ball inside to Mooney. He's a big, stocky kid. And he just challenged Thomas and went up. Too strong and went up. And Thomas ended up fouling Mooney.
But Thomas sent it first.
I'm having a tough time hearing you guys with this crowd behind us, I'll tell you that. The Wolverines at the line and they've missed their first foul shot.
Second one's in and out also. 0 for 2 from the line for Stan Mooney. Neptune will control it. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to go, third quarter, 31-14. Thomas to Brad, back to Thomas.
Beautiful passing. Thomas, Brad. And back to Thomas. Beautiful play. And Neptune looking real good as far as passing the ball around. Good ball movement. 33-14. Charlotte Flyers on top. Everything going their way. And if you look at your camera and you see the picture shaking, it's that Neptune crowd, and our cameraman is sitting up there with them. And right now they're very excited, and that's why the reason you have a shaky picture right now on your screen.
Hamlin and Odom work the ball out front for the Green Wave. Hamlin off to the front of the rim. Braggs with the rebound. Rushes it down by himself. Underneath to Gabriel. Can't get a roll. Thomas fights for the rebound. Puts it off the glass. Doesn't get it. Ron Young with the rebound. Gabriel gets away with foul. That time banged into number 3, Art White. Gabriel gets the loose ball.
And Long Branch getting very careless with the basketball. They can't afford to do that.
Bobby Braun taps his own rebound in.
Braun staying with his own missed shot. And Neptune really pulling away on this one.
Braun's got 5 to score 35-14. A minute left to go, third quarter. Hamlin's shot a little too long. Bobby Braun with the rebound. Gabriel slow things up. Braggs into Braun, back to Gabriel. They get it knocked away by Young. Odom down on the break. The long shot from Young is good.
Young wide open, able to hit that shot. On that other play where Braun tried to pass that ball inside to Gabriel, it was a good idea, but Long Branch was able to shut it off and knock the ball away and come up with the steal.
Kevin Thomas had a little bit too much time. He was a little bit too wide open. He thought about that one.
Kevin, he wasn't sure where he was going to take he was on the free throw line, whether to take like a free throw shot or a jump shot. And in midair, he was confused, and that's why he didn't get too much on that shot.
We've got 10 seconds left to go, third quarter, 35-16. Neptune up by 19 points. And Eddie Arlington goes to the floor, and he's called for the foul.
Glenn Walker comes in to the game for Neptune, replacing Kevin Thomas. And Luongo comes back in, replacing Arthur White for Long Branch.
They got 1 second. They're going to have to get it in and shoot it. And Hamlin's shot doesn't go, so after 3, we got a 35-16 ball game. Long Branch up by 19 points. They increased their lead by a point.
Well, I think it's the gym, because every time Neptune seems to play here at Monmouth College, they come alive, and it's so exciting playing in an outstanding gym like this. Again, we've seen them against Atlantic City, where they flew out one of the top Group 4 teams in the state. And here, Long Branch, one of the top teams in Group 3. Neptune just holding them to 16 points and doing an outstanding job.
And if If the regulars stay in for Neptune, I'm not sure if they're going to stay in or not the whole game with this kind of a lead. But if they stay in for Neptune, I doubt if Long Branch will score 25 points in this game.
Well, again, Long Branch did seem to get a couple of points on the board in the beginning here of the second half of the third quarter. But again, they were outscored 13-12. They're not going to go anywhere doing something like that. But most of the Long Branch shots are coming from the outside. They don't seem to be able to get that ball inside. And I know, as Bob, you mentioned earlier, the forward in the corner there was able to hit a few of them. We were talking in the first half, he should have had the shot, missed a few of them, but he did hit a few in the second half here.
What was happening was, well, Neptune came out and they were relaxed and Long Branch took advantage of it. But then Neptune, I guess, came alive and they said, hey, let's not let these guys come back. And they came alive and ended up outscoring them.
Bobby Braun is fouled underneath. Number 20, Marvin Green, reaching in. He's got 3. Team foul number 4, so on the next one, they'll go to the line. The crowd quiets down as Gabriel dribbles out front. He forces it in, gets stolen. Odom called for steps.
That was made possible by the great defensive play by Gabriel. He had the ball knocked away, and he came back and raced ahead of Odom and was able to force Odom into a traveling situation.
Arlington, he's fouled, this time by Odom, as he drives to the basket. Odom's got 3.
Well, Bob, we've seen Arlington in that game against Southern. When he came in, he was hitting those outside shots. He's an outstanding ball player coming off the bench for Hank Moore.
They call him a pure shooter. 35 to 16. I'd like to increase it to 37 to 16. Gets to 36. He's got his first points.
Nice touch from the free throw line. Good rotation on the ball. Nice follow through. Bending the knees. Looking real good. He's an excellent shooter.
2 nice free throws. 37-16. They're up by 21 points. And we got 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Young gets it blocked by Bobby Braun. Get it back out front. Hamlin can't go. Young taps it in.
Ron Young with a nice offensive rebound in midair. Got the ball and in the same motion put it up and hit it off glass.
37 to 18. Braggs.
And it's everyone. Everyone's doing their part. Braggs, Gabriel, Braun, Thomas, Arlington. They're all doing a heck of a job out there.
Braggs has got 16. And Ron Young starting to get the hot hand. He's got 8. 39 to 20. Then Walker gets the easy basket. And he's got 2 now.
Braggs doing it all over. Scoring, passing, rebounding. And he is really excited this Neptune crowd right now.
They get it low to Young. And Eddie Arlington's going to be called on a foul.
Young got that good position inside. He was double teamed. He forced his way to the basket. Might have gone the other way, but they called a foul on Neptune.
Lem Walker, he comes out. Kevin Thomas comes back in. They list Lem Walker as 6'8". I think he's a little bit shorter than that.
You notice it over on the Neptune bench now that Fisher does have his left shoe and sock off. Maybe that ankle injury we saw at the end of the first half was a problem for him. Maybe we won't see any more of Terry Fisher today.
Well, he seems to be walking around pretty well, but I'm sure that Coach Hank Moore is not going to bring him back.
Score 41-22. Gabriel can't get it. Rebound by Hamlin. And Braggs went up in the air, came crashing down on the back of Greg Odom.
Well, Braggs went up to block that shot, and he swung his leg around and hit Odom right in the face. Sure, nothing intentional.
For Braggs, that's his first time out, and first foul, and Neptune takes the timeout with the score 41-22.
Well, Young is getting hot for Long Branch, but it's just too little, too late. They're down by 19 points, and it was just that spurt in the first quarter where Neptune just outscored them, and Long Branch only came up with two points, and they never got back into the ball game, and they really find themselves 19 points down in a lot of trouble right now.
Neptune is really showing the effects of having a big team like they do. They really seem to be dominating the boards today. You know, one thing I'm noticing too, Bobby Braun and Carl Braggs both playing outstanding under the boards with a couple of easy shots. Bobby seems to be thinking about a few of the ones he might have missed. Some soft touches that he seemed to roll up there, and it just seemed to turn around and come back off the rim. And that seems to be on his mind. I'm watching him running up and down the court, and he seems to have his head down. It's not accustomed for Bobby to be like that.
Bobby's got 5, and he should maybe have about 10 right now. He's missed a couple easy ones, but he comes through when they really need him, though. He's been coming through on the boards. Great defense. He's got another rebound.
Well, Neptune's playing really well, and I'm sure Coach Hank Moore is pleased. I mean, the team's just about to enter the state tournament, and you want the team to be right at its peak right there.
Again, Bobby can't get one to roll, but he fights for that rebound, loses it this time. Arlington gets it. Braggs takes it from him. We got a foul underneath on Odom. That's his 4th. He'll take a break. Art White will come in. Braggs will go to the line, shooting 2. Art White comes in, replaces Moody. Arlington with the rebound. He's 6'4", a big guard.
Well, Thomas and Young wrestling for that ball. And Thomas looking for that foul call.
Gabriel back inside to Thomas.
Picture perfect alley-oop. Gabriel to Thomas. And Neptune could do no wrong. They are playing an outstanding ball game.
45-22. We're going to have steps called underneath, as Ron Young was triple teamed when he got the ball. Gabriel will take it out. Full court pressure by the Green Wave. Thomas with the ball. A long pass to Braggs. 2-on-1. Bobby Braun all open. Braggs takes it to the hoop to himself.
Well, Braggs gave the head fake to Arthur White, and it looked like he was going to pass to Braun, and he just took the layup.
White, no good. Rebound Thomas. He looked for the long pass. Nobody there. Gives it to Gabriel. Braggs will take another one. No, he flips it into Braun. Braun's got an easy basket, but they're going to call Young on the foul before the shot.
Bobby Braun again missing that close one under the basket. Of course, it did get fouled on that, but it's on his mind. I really think so.
All right, we have a timeout on the floor. Let's run down the upcoming state tournament in which the teams that we are covering will be playing. First of all, we have Neptune. They're number 2 seeded in Central Jersey Group 4. They will host the winner of the Colonial Sayreville game Friday, March 6th. That game will be at Neptune High School. In Central Jersey Group 3, the Big Blue of Manasquan, seeded number 3, will host the Franklin Ocean winner. That'll be Thursday, March 5th. In the girls, we have the Central Jersey Group 4. Number 10, Neptune, will play at Hamilton West. Central Jersey Group 3, number 1 seeded Manasquan Big Girls, who we've seen earlier, defeat Middletown North in the Shore Conference Championship for girls. They will host the Freehold Notre Dame Lawrenceville winner. And then number 11, Wall, will play at RBC. And in Central Jersey Group 2, number 1, St. Rose, the Purple Roses, will host the winner of the Voorhees-McCorsky game.
While Bobby's at the line shooting, Bill, how is Sheehan from Manasquan going into this state playoffs? How's Sheehan doing for Manasquan?
Oh, I spoke to Dick Johnson before the girls' game, and he was telling me that it's an old injury he had on another leg is not bothering him now. With a new injury to this leg now, apparently there's some evidence of cartilage damage. They're not really sure about it, but I know that really hurt Manasquan from going any place in this tournament when Jack Sheehan was out.
Okay, the score 49-52. Neptune on top. We got 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to play in the game.
Well, I'm sure Manasquan would like to have Jackie Sheehan back for the state tournament.
Eddie Arlington trying to put up a shot. He's going to call an offensive foul on him as he charged into Art White.
Offensive foul for 14 at Arlington. That's his second.
A little full court pressure.
Looks like we might have an official's timeout. Arthur White might have got hurt a little bit on that play when Eddie Arlington crashed into him. And he's going to have a seat. Or is he? There's no substitution yet. Finally, they will substitute. Official Tom Love's wondering what's going on here. Finally, Mooney reports in for White.
Some pressure by Neptune. They double team him at the half-court mark, but they get it through. Luongo. And we have a foul on Bobby Braun.
Bobby Braun commits the foul. That's his third.
Bobby's got 3. Luongo will go to the line. He's got 6 points on the evening so far. His first one's good. He'll get another. 49-23. Then Walker comes in, and Carl Braggs leaves. Braggs leaves with 17 points.
Carl Braggs, an outstanding game, a total game, offensively, defensively, rebounding, passing, played an outstanding ball game.
Walker. Back to Thomas. Thomas can't make the easy one. Odom can't get it to go.
Well, Thomas had a chance to hit that layup. Maybe if he's comfortable.
Nice pass to Gabriel. Gabriel gets the reverse.
Well, right now we're seeing a little schoolyard basketball from both teams. Game, of course, all Neptune. Now both teams look like they're going to have a little fun out there.
That's just exactly what's happening. Number 31, Donnell Brown comes in. Bobby Braun takes a break. Braun leaves with 2, 4, 6, 7 points. But he was really influential underneath the boards. Lem Walker.
Lem Walker gets the opportunity to come into the game, and he hits the field goal.
And he's got 4 points. 53-24, 3 minutes left to go. Young looking for somebody. Goes to Luongo. Hamlin. Good. 53-26. Some of Long Branch fans are filing out. Gabriel. Thomas gets fouled as he goes up. They're going to call it on Ron Young. He's got 3 fouls. He's got 8 points on the evening. Kevin Thomas will go to the line. He's got 12.
Now the Neptune crowd starting to whoop it up. They know that their team has come away with this victory, and it just wasn't Long Branch's day or Ron Young's day. All Scarlet Flyers from the beginning.
Well, one of the things you gotta give them credit for is that they have come into this game without a loss all season. And coming in 23-0, you kind of hope for a team like that to go out 24-0. I mean, it would have been a shame to lose in this final game of the Sure Conference to Long Branch. Although this is an old rivalry, and coming into the game, anything could have happened. But Long Branch is just not ready for Neptune today. I don't know if anybody in the Sure is at this time.
Both teams right now making multiple substitutes. They know, both coaches realize the game is over. For Neptune, Calderon comes in. He's 5'10", he's a junior. It's nice to play in the playoffs. Morgan's in. Brown's in. Kevin Thomas comes out. He leaves after making that one 54-26. Kevin Thomas leaves with 13 points. Small lineup now in for the Scarlet Flyers of Neptune. They intercept the ball. Shots forced up by Calderon. He's fouled underneath.
Neptune, when they put their reserves in, they don't lose too much. They go out there and play their hearts off, and they pass the ball very well and shoot the ball very well.
Well, with 2:16 left to go in the game, the score is 54-26, and we're closing in on the score of the last time these two teams met at the Holiday Jubilee, which was 65-32. They may even indeed hold Long Branch under that 32-point margin.
His first one doesn't go, and must be awful rough underneath the boards. I'm taking a look at Eddie Arlington, standing right in front of me. He's got blood all over the front of his jersey.
Derek Calderon hits the free throw. Football player for Neptune High School, so he's a two-way player for the Scarlet Flyers.
Traveling called on the green wave. At 2:05 and counting. 55-26. Neptune up by 19. Arlington. Rebounded by Odom. Come back down the other way. They're working around out front. James out front. The long shots put up by Mooney and good. For Mooney, that's his first points of the afternoon. 55-28. We got a minute and 28 left to go in the game. Shot no good. Rebounded by number 25, Morgan. His shot off count.
And Bill was right with a free throw here by number 25, Charlie Morgan. We could get close to that first score in that Holiday Jubilee Championship. Neptune 65, Long Branch 32. Right now it's 57-28, Neptune.
In replacing Arlington is number 22, Doug Johnson for Neptune. Ball knocked away by Johnson. He's going to be called on a foul, though.
Well, as I look across the side, I see most of the Long Branch fans leaving, but not one fan from Neptune has left. I mean, they want this to happen right at the end of the game, where they have the celebration and a presentation of the trophy.
Fight for it underneath finally is controlled by Doug Johnson. Calderon brings it down, puts it between his legs. He's fouled out front. Now they call a turnover. He turned the ball over.
That's right. He was looking to pass, then he wanted to bring the ball back. It was called for turning the ball over.
51 seconds left to go.
This is Vice Principal Tom Marshall of Neptune High School that you see on camera right now.
45 seconds now. Green Wave worked this ball out front. Ball stolen. And laid off the glass by Earl Morgan. 24 seconds to score 59-28. Neptune up by 21 points. Correct that, 31. The Green Wave ball. Brown couldn't handle it. Downs will bring it in. 10 seconds now left on the clock. Green Wave will probably... Well, no, they won't. And Brown was fouled as he went to the basket. He was fouled by Fulo.
As now we see the big crowd here at Monmouth College starting to file out. All Neptune today. They're leading 59-28.
Make it 60.
Do it all the time, Bob.
I did it. Brown can't hit on his too. Next game, 59-28.
Well, Bill, there's not much you can say about this game. It was just Neptune from the very beginning. Long Branch never got a chance to get into the game. Ron Young was off in the very beginning, 0 for 8 in the first half, and that really gave Long Branch a lot of problems. Young started getting a little hot in the second half, but just too little, too late.
That's right, and as I said before, I really think it's a credit to them that they could come through a season without a loss, come into the short conference with the pressure knowing that everybody's out to knock you off, and on any given day you can have a letdown, and I think they did have a letdown against Southern in that game, but they prevailed, and that's the mark of a true champion team, that they can come through when it counts and win the games they have to win, and they did so today.
About to be presented with the trophy. We'll go to center court in just a moment. Before that, I'll run over Long Branch scoring. Ray Hamlin has got 2. Greg Odom had 4. Stan Mooney had 2. Ron Young had 8. And Greg Luongo had 8. Now to center court for the trophy.
Before we make the presentation, we'd like to compliment Long Branch on their fine effort throughout the tournament. And Coach Butch Odom, nice job, fellas. We'd also like to thank
Brian Gabriel's out there, along with Carl Bragg.
Here for the short conference final. We appreciate their hospitality, and we're thankful for the opportunity to play in this nice facility.
Gabriel had 7. Braggs had 17.
Coming out here supporting the short conference tournament. It's been a nice tournament. We hope you can support us again next year. Now, for the business at hand. Mr. Henry Moore, on behalf of the Shore Conference, we'd like to present you with this team trophy for the overall championship of the Shore Conference. Congratulations on a fine year.
Coach Henry Moore receiving it. Looks like he's got his little son with him.
Well, Henry Moore, he's in his second year coach at Neptune. In the 2 years he's been here, he's won the short conference tournament both years.
Henry Moore. A little trouble with the mic. Now he's got it.
I want to thank you for your tremendous support all year long. Without you, we couldn't have done it. Thank you.
Coach Henry Moore, 25-0 going into the States.
Well, Coach Henry Moore can congratulating the Neptune crowd, saying they're just as much a part of this as the basketball team is, and rightly so. The Neptune crowd has followed the team all year round, and they've just been very supportive, and they're deserving of this as much as the Neptune players and the coaches are.
And the scoring went like this for Neptune. Calderon had 1, Earl Morgan had 2, Eddie Arlington had 2, Terry Fisher had 3, Brian Gabriel had 17, Brian Gabriel had 7, Carl Braggs had 17, he's high for Neptune. Charlie Morgan had 2, Bobby Braun had 7, Lem Walker had 4, and Kevin Thomas left with a bad ankle with 13 points. The team pitcher for the Neptune Scarlet Flyers. Number 1 at the shore.
Okay, that was an outstanding game. Neptune 59, Long Branch 28. Neptune, from the very beginning, their ball game. And like I said, they will be looking for that upcoming state playoff game. They will be playing the winner of the Colonial Sayreville game Friday, March 6th. And Neptune is second seeded in the tournament behind Perth Amboy.
He's going to give me
and they will be looking forward in the state tournament to go all the way. Right now they are 24-0, Holiday Jubilee champs and Shore Conference champions.
So again, the final score, 59-28. Neptune on top. They're the Shore Conference playoff champions. And we'll be back at Monmouth College with an interview with Henry Moore.